Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike at TradeWinds RV Center here to congratulate you on the purchase of your open range 374 BHS fifth wheel. You guys have picked a really cool unit. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by arriving at the campsite. A few things to consider. You're done there repacking your bearings as we speak, but slides and awnings on this side. You can need quite a bit of room. And all of your off-camp slides. Center one's in right now, but you get 3 on this side. Make sure you leave room for all 3 of those to open and close without being hindered by anything. And I want you to think about where your water and electricity are. Your water hookup's going to be toward the front of the unit on your off-camp side or your driver's side or your tow vehicle. And your power is going to be all the way at the back on your off-camp side. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities, power and water. You have your unit all parked. Hitchman's gonna go over and hook and a hitch with you. We're gonna come here. We're gonna level the unit. You have indoor lighting in here. You can hold these 2 here. I don't want to mess with it right now. Always mess with your bearings. So hold these 2 right here. Here's where you turn it on over here. Turn it on off here. This will bring it up and down. You can hit auto level and it can just jump around by itself and set itself as it needs to be. Once you got your unit level, you can go ahead and hook up our water and electricity. We'll do the electricity first. Power is all the way back here with 50 amp service. Big long cord. Should you need to go down to 30 like most camps, you do have this 50 amp to 30 amp dog bone they call it. And should you need to plug in somewhere else at a 110, here's a 30 to 110 amperage reducer that you can use on the end of this. Just remember when plugged into 110, you're not going to want to run both AC units. Just going to want to run one, or you're going to be breaking some breakers, popping some. So we got our power hooked up. Now we're going to hook our water up. You have a nice docking station up here at the front of your unit. Freshwater connect, tank flushes, talk about those later. But all of our water is going to go in here. So first and foremost, water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines inside your unit. You're going to want to hook this up. Once you have that water pressure regulator hooked up, you're going to come up here. You got 3 different settings, 4 actually. Water pump or city water. Set it like that. Go over to your hot water heater. All we're going to do at this point is just going to make sure that our drain plug is back in. Put that back in. It may have left it out from last time you were camping. Once your drain plug's in, you're set to city water. You go ahead and turn on your hose. Once your hose has been on for a little while, you're going to pull on this pressure release valve. It's going to release air out of the lines. Once you get a nice steady flow of water out of here, you know your hot water heater is full and you can light it from inside. Now should you be using potable water, city pump, or you're going to want to use tank fill. You're going to turn everything to the right. You're going to fill your tank right there again. Again, same thing, burp your lines out. Make sure your hot water heater is plugged. Once it's full, you can light that from indoors. Just remember, Whenever you're using your potable water, is when you're going to want to turn on your tank pump from inside. You don't want to use your pump when using city water. It's unnecessary, it's already pressurized. So I got our water and electricity hooked up. We're going to go ahead and show you around the unit. Extra propane, we're on the off camp side. Inside your unit, here's your inverter, your auto leveling system. Nice little place to put some paper towels for cleanup. In your docking station is where you hook up your satellite or main cable. Here's your GFCI 110 out here. Here's a level that you can use to help level your unit. Some potable water. There's a outdoor shower. Fresh water connect. This is your black tank flush. We'll talk about that when dumping your black tanks. Same thing over here. That's your rear black tank flush. And there's where you pull your black and gray front tanks. Little area to run your water hose down through, so you can keep this closed up. Your hot water heater, your furnace heat release. Whenever your furnace is on, steer clear of that. It'll get rather warm. Your black and gray tanks in the front. Your fresh water for when using potable water, your tank drain. Your rear or center gray and black tanks. Oh, I just want to point out this little panel here, just access to the back of your fridge for service work. And then one more dump. This one back here is actually for your outdoor kitchen sink. Come around the back of your unit. You can use prep. It looks like it has the hookup for a backup camera if you ever decide to get one. Your ladder for going up and checking your seams. Your outdoor kitchen. Simply pulls out. Quick connect is already hooked up. Turn it on and off there. Got some lighting out here. Your fridge, and this is all prepped for television. Plug your cable and cord in there. Run it through here and mount a TV right on there. Again, this sink water here is what goes over in that last dump. Quick connect LP down here for an extra grill if you need one. Your step above steps. They're nice, they have adjustable feet on them. Your awnings. I just want to say on your awnings, when you run them out, just run them out until the flap falls down to 90 degrees and you know they're out far enough. Your indoor storage. Battery disconnect. I talk about your carbon monoxide detector. If you're leaving for the day and you're not plugged in somewhere, you're going to want to disconnect your battery so your carbon monoxide detector doesn't run it down. And here's your propane. Push this to one side or the other and this will slide right out. Just want to mention on your propane, you do have a regulator. Simply turn it toward the tank that you wish to be using. That about covers everything on the outside except your front storage, which does have your battery. Keep it on your battery posts. Check them now and then, make sure they're all connected good. And then we're all the way back around to our spare propane tank in our docking station. What covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look on the inside. Coming inside your unit, first thing I want you to take note of, make sure you and everyone that's camping with you knows where the fire extinguisher is. It's going to be by your entry doorway. As you come in your entry doorway, to your right, you have this closet, and below that your control panel. A couple floodlights for outside, a porch light, this hall light, that was for extra ceiling light if they install it. Here's to check your tanks, check black tank 1 or 2. Here's where you check all your levels. Here's where you turn on your hot water heater if you're hooked up to gas. Here's where you light it if you're hooked up to electric. And these are your slides. Talk about them when bringing your slides in. And here's an awning light switch. This is your inverter. And here's your awning in and out. On your awning, you're only going to want to run that out until your flap falls down to 90 degrees. Once that's all the way out to 90, you know you've went out far enough. Below your control panel is your access panel to your fuse box and breaker box. Looks like you got quite a variety there. 10, 15, 20s. I highly recommend having a handful of those with you when you go camping. Coming around the corner here now is your interior lighting. Max air vent, which is right over there. Here's all the controls for that. You can open and close your vent. 4 different speeds on the vent. Above that's going to be your thermostat. From off to a fan to air conditioning to furnace. Just set it at the desired temperature. Coming around your unit, your big electric fridge. Your island. 110 on the side of your island. Your stove. Self-explanatory microwave. There's a light and fan for your stove. 2 levels on that. Over here on your stove, set it to light, hit spark, and you've got flames. Your oven, like that over here. This is light for inside your pantry. Notice this is all prepped for a washer and dryer if you ever decide to put one in here. The all-in-ones. Now let's talk about on the side of your island at the bottom is your 12-volt carbon monoxide detector. The reason I mention this is 12 volt is because it's always running off your battery. So should you be out dry camping and nothing charging your battery up, use your battery disconnect to keep this from running your battery down. Coming to your fireplace. They're not just for looks anymore. It looks pretty and you can change the flames. So here's your power. You can change your flames all the way down and back up. Heat. That's their secret here. So they're not just for looks. A little chilly at the campsite, instead of using up your gas to warm it up in here, turn on the electric heater in here and this will warm it up in a matter of moments. Above that's your Furrion AM, FM, Bluetooth, DVD player, indoor outdoor speakers. Really nice Furrion sound system. With your television, you got the safety strap on it for travel right now. And your sound bar up top. You have your remotes over there. Underneath the sides here, you do have your drawers for your table. I do want to show you quickly how to set these tables up. So at the end of your rod here, you'll crank this all the way to the left to open it up. It raises it so that all you do is put it down into that slot, and when you twist it to the right, it locks it right in. Simply lift your table up, set it on there. You have another one down at that end. Turn to the left to loosen it up, and it'll pop right out of there. Go back to your bunk area real quick. So to set your TV up, here's the rest of your TV for just table mounting. Your bunk does lift up and lock up in there. More lighting. As you see, we've taken your seating and sat it down to the bunk area. Do the same thing with the table back here. Your legs are up underneath there to set that up. Travels best this way. You have a hand crank open vent there. And in your bathroom, I believe you have a max air vent in here as well. You do a max air vent there. And you do have your GFCI reset 110 back in here. A little plumbing to keep an eye on your bathrooms. There and behind your toilet. Coming up to the front of your unit, what I do want to find in your ceiling, there it is, your smoke alarm. Don't forget to check them batteries and test that. In your upper bathroom up here, you have another 110 here, another 110 with GFCI reset. More plumbing to keep an eye on underneath your sink. It's all PEX now. Pretty foolproof, but you just want to make sure that nothing leaks. Nothing does now. They went over that, but as you're traveling down the road, you're bouncing the house down the road and things tend to get a little loose. Next to your bed up here, you have a couple USB ports, individual lights up here. A couple USB ports and 110. Same thing on the other side of the bed. You do have your own thermostat back here. These are temperature readers. If you see them throughout the unit, all they do is help the thermostat to work correctly. Little night light for your bathroom entrance. This unit is prepped for a TV back here. One thing I do want to mention, same thing on your living room one. When you get to the campsite and you plug in, where your cable is, there's a little button. Hit that button till your green light comes on, then run your digital scan. That's a digital channel enhancer. That's going to allow you to pick up a lot more channels. And there is your antenna. You crank that all the way to the right to raise it, all the way to the left to bring it down for travel. Well, that about covers everything on the inside. Getting ready to leave the campsite. A couple things I want to bring to your attention. This slide back here. What do you want done? You want that door closed, you want all those drawers closed. Just make sure that nothing's going to impede your slides. Same thing in the kitchen. You want your pantry door closed. You want to make sure that all these cabinet doors are closed. Don't want nothing to impede your slides. Same thing up in the bedroom with the wardrobe slide. Make sure nothing's in its way. Then you're going to go through the unit and shut off all of your lights. Now you can start up here by shutting off your main lights in the unit. However, that's not going to get everything. So you're going to have to go through. Some of them are individual lights. You want to shut these all off because you don't want them to run your battery down. Same thing up here. All these are individual. So go through your unit, shut off all your lights, then bring in your slides and get ready to leave the campsite. Now we're going to go ahead and leave the campsite. Got all of our slides closed. Take your step above steps. Fold them up into the door. Turn these, lock that. Close your exterior door. Lift and turn this handle. Lock and deadbolt your unit. Last thing you want to do is have your unit come open as you're going down the road. You got everything closed up. We're going to come around and hit our low point drains. We're going to go ahead and pull that handle, dump all the fresh water. Then you come to your hot water heater. You can bleed the lines out. Remove your drain plug. It's all fresh waters that you can clean. You're going to come in here, you're going to retract all of your legs after hooked up. You're going to unhook your electricity, unhook your water, and head up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, we have several places to dump here. We have bigger, stronger, longer sewage hoses where you can hook all three of these up and be able to dump everything together. You're going to start here in the front, hook up your sewage hose, and you're going to pull your black tank. After you pulled your black tank for a while, sounds like it's no longer draining, you're going to hook up your water pressure regulator to this black tank flush in the front. What you can do is hook up the hose with that by leaving your black tank handle open and turn your water on. Let that run for about 5 minutes. It's going to wash out your black tank with a sprayer, get all that nastiness out of there, keep the smell out of your unit, cleans it out nicely. Shut off your hose, close your black tank, pull your gray tank. Your gray tank is going to be your sinks and showers. It's going to be cleaner. Go ahead, unhook your hose. Come on down to your next plate. Plug in your hose. Pull your black tank. After you pull this black tank that sounds like it's no longer running, you're going to go up here and you're going to hook up your water pressure regulator again and use the second black tank flush. Wash your black tank out, Shut your hose off. Close your black tank handle. Open your gray handle. That's going to be your cleaner waters, your sewage, or your sinks and showers. Going to clean out your sewage hose. And lastly down here is just a drain for your sink on the other side. Got everything drained, everything dumped, you can hit the road. Again, thank you for your purchase from TradeWinds. Hope you enjoyed this camper for many years. Happy camping.